Richard Plantagenet was born in 1157, into a dynasty of power and ambition. From his youth, he was raised not as a scholar, but as a warrior. Tall, commanding, with blazing courage, Richard was destined for the battlefield. When the Third Crusade began, he answered the call. His ships crossed the Mediterranean, carrying banners marked with the Red Cross. At Acre, at Arsuf, his sword struck fear into enemies. He fought with relentless force, leading from the front, never hiding behind men. Yet Richard was more than a fighter. He was a symbol, the Lionheart. Even his greatest rival, Saladin, respected his bravery. Their duels were not just of armies, but of honor. Richard never reached Jerusalem. Illness, politics, and betrayal held him back. But his name echoed through Europe, the king who fought like a knight of legend. The Lionheart lived, not in victory, but in glory. Salah ad-Din Yusuf ibn Ayyub was born in 1137, in Tikrit. No one imagined this quiet, thoughtful boy would one day unite the Muslim world. But Saladin carried both vision and patience. Rising through the ranks, he built an empire, Egypt, Syria, and beyond. His dream was not wealth, but unity. And his purpose, to reclaim Jerusalem. In 1187, at the Battle of Hattin, Saladin struck a decisive blow. The Crusader armies collapsed under his strategy and discipline. Days later, Jerusalem returned to Muslim hands. But unlike his enemies, Saladin did not slaughter the city. He opened its gates, sparing lives, offering mercy. This mercy made him a legend. Even the Christians admired him. To his people, he was a liberator. To Europe, he was a worthy foe, the noble enemy. Saladin died in 1193, with little wealth left behind. But his legacy was greater than gold, a leader remembered for justice, faith, and honor. Frederick I, called Barbarossa, the Red Beard. Born in 1122, he rose to the throne as Holy Roman Emperor. Strong, ambitious, a ruler of vast lands and endless wars. When the Third Crusade was called, Barbarossa led one of the greatest armies Europe had ever seen. Tens of thousands marched with him across rivers, mountains, and hostile lands. To his soldiers, he was not just an emperor, but a father figure, commanding loyalty, inspiring courage. But fate turned against him. In 1190, while crossing a river in Anatolia, Barbarossa drowned. The news shattered his army. Without their leader, the crusading host dissolved, scattering in despair. His death was more than tragedy, it was legend. Europe mourned the emperor who could have changed history. Stories spread that Barbarossa had not died, but merely slept, waiting to return in Germany's hour of need. The Red Beard became immortal, not through conquest, but through myth. A symbol of lost hope, and the power of one man's presence.